Hi everyone, this is Terry of the Yarnjoy podcast, and I wanted to give you a tour of my craft room. Welcome to my happy place. Okay, I'm going to try to go slow so that way hopefully you won't get seasick. Okay, so this is my craft room. There is my desk where I stand in front of to film my videos. Okay. It is a desk that I ordered just off of Walmart.com, and it was a craft table. It's like a bistro style. As you see, I have a stool there that I purchased from Hobby Lobby, I believe. Okay, and it has cubbies. I'm counting 2, 4, 6. Yes, 6 cubbies on each side. Okay, and I really enjoy it. I really like it. Okay, hang on just a minute. I'm going to close the door so that it's not so loud from the outside. Okay, so here it is. I have a wardrobe there in the corner, and there's my chair, and over here in this corner I have some shelves that I got from I believe my oldest son. We bought it for him and he had it in his room, and then my younger son had it in his room for a while. So it's been around. It was in my laundry room for a little bit, and then now it's made its way back in here, and I use it, as you see, to put yarn and other lovelies on that I've made. Okay, there is my pegboard. I have my sewing machine right there. Okay, so there's my pegboard. It's got lots of stuff on it. That picture right there, my older son did, is a he did it a couple of years ago. I think he saw a project. I don't know if it was on Pinterest or what it was, but it was where you took crayons and he hot glued them. I believe he hot glued them. I'm not sure. I think so, to a board canvas, and then he used a hair dryer as hot as he could get it, and melted it, and blew the crayons different directions. My hand in here, different directions out like that to make the colors bleed out. Okay. There is my whiteboard that I use to keep track of my crafty goals that I have for the year. Okay. And let's see. There is a clock that was given to us as a wedding gift 31 years ago from my maid of honor. Okay, so that's it. There's the closet. It used to have double doors, and we put accordion doors on it. Let me zoom out. There you go. So you can get to the contents of the closet much easier by opening it from the center. Before, it had these folding doors, one right behind the other, and so you could only get to half of the closet at one time. Okay, and there is my TV. And this is my what I call my whip wall, which is some pegboard that my husband put up there to hang my works in progress. And yes, there's a lot in there. Some of them are works in progress I'm working on right now, and then there's some of them that are just what I call sleeping projects, or I guess you'd say that they've been sleeping for quite a while, and I will eventually get to them. Those poles there are my lights that I use for my videos, and I keep them tucked behind the TV there when I'm not using them. Okay. Okay, so now let's look into the closet. Okay, so here's my closet. I got the light turned on there so you can see. What this piece of furniture there is, let me take this pillow off. That pillow, heart pillow, was given to me by somebody before I was having my surgery. Okay, so I've moved that out of the way. Oops, sorry. Okay, so let me show you now. Yeah, get that out of the way. Okay, so that piece of furniture right there, it was is a dresser that was in my younger son's room, and we just took and he didn't need it anymore since he was going to be moving into my older son's room and using his furniture that was in there. So we just took the mirror off of it, and it slid right into the closet. It was just the right width to fit into the closet where we could still open the drawers. So I just love the fact that it has 8 drawers, so it gives me lots of storage. Okay, so let me come in here and we'll look at what's inside here. Okay, so there is my hook storage. I'll zoom up there. There's my hook, what'd you call that? A hook rack? No. Hook holder. Yes, that my husband made for me. I've showed that to you in another video that I had. And back there is a big wooden magazine rack that I got at Home Goods, and that has mostly all of my baby, I think that it's mostly baby patterns, like baby blankets and baby accessories, you know, blankets, booties, sweaters, hats, that sort of stuff. Okay, and then let's see, this doily right there was made by my grandmother, and I inherited it. These 2 bins right here I got at Five Below. I don't know if you've heard of that store before, but it's kind of like Dollar Tree, and except everything is, instead of everything being $1, it's everything is $5 or below. And I found those bins, and I thought it was, I just had to get them. They were $5 each, I think, and it just goes with the things in the room, because I have one accent wall here in the room that is painted purple. And the S's go well for me because that's the first letter of my last name. So anyway, I thought that was awesome that they had those baskets there. They only had ones with S's, and so I thought, oh, that was just meant to be for me to get them. Okay, this little candy dish is an antique. It belonged to my other grandmother, and I inherited that. She used to love to decorate her house for Christmas. Let's see, I have another magazine rack there, and then that actually has crochet magazines in it. And there is my little bucket that I have my crocheted Christmas amigurumi critters that I'm doing for my Christmas decor ladder that I was telling you about in a previous video. Okay, back there in the back I have just like blocking mats and things that don't fit, fiber fill, different things I've got on the side there. Anyway, okay, so these 2 bins right here, this one and this one is all Karen Simply Soft that I keep in that one. And then this one is, I put all the yarn that I'm going to use for the project. You may recognize this square here. Okay, let's zoom out. There. This is the square I showed you that I was going to do the around the bases blanket soon, and so I just put it all the yarn, because I have a lot of this royal blue, which is Red Heart Super Saver, and then I have cherry red back there, a big jumbo one. Anyway, I just put it all together there because I want to make sure that I reserve that yarn for that project. So that's what I'm using for that container. Okay, up there, that green tote, plastic tote, I have baby hats and things that are completed to either gift to somebody or donation. I just keep them in that tote. Those are adult coloring books, I guess you'd say, or, you know, yeah, coloring books and just all kinds of stuff, health and books and different things. I just keep them in here on this shelf. That picture right there is a baby that was, it was a preemie baby that was born to somebody that we go to church with, and I made that pumpkin hat and booties, and so she had that picture taken of the little baby sitting inside the pumpkin and with the things that I made for her, and so she gave me a framed picture of it. Okay, this porcelain doll here belonged to my grandmother, and I inherited her right there. The Barbie bride doll here, let me pull her out. Ooh. Whew. My doll's gonna fall over. Okay, so the bride doll, let me put her down here so you can see her, hopefully. She's sitting kind of wonky. Anyway, she is, I did that with crochet thread. It's an Annie Zadok pattern. I did it many years ago. Zoom out so you can see her. I'll show you the train in the back. Ooh, it took me a long time to do it. I don't work with the crochet thread much anymore because it's such a tiny stuff to work with. I'm gonna put her back there if I can get her back in the shelf. Okay. And then those books are just some fiction books of an author that I like really well. It's Lori Wick is her name, and I really enjoy her books. I collected those several series of her books quite a while ago because they were books that I really liked the story, and I would read them over and over, so I bought them. I don't read much anymore, but and she does have more recent books that I have not read. These were written quite a while ago. Anyway, and then I have some plastic containers there that have some of my safety eyes and different other buttons and trims and that sort of stuff. That has my interfacing and my cross stitch stuff. I used to cross stitch. I don't do it anymore, but I used to. Bobbins of thread, a jumbo yarn winder, and just odds and ends. I have a pillow up there, a pillow form up there. Anyway, so that's my closet. It's very roomy, and I really like the way we have it set up. Those shelves came from a friend that gave them to us. From, I think it was a store that was closing. I don't know, maybe any one of you from the States may remember the store. I think it was either Woolco or Woolsworth. I think that might have been the same company. But anyway, it closed, and she bought the shelves, and she had used it in her craft room, and then when she was updating her craft room, she gave them to me. So I was very blessed to have that. Those drawers have just lots of stuff in them. Fabric, I'm not going to pull them all out because they're pretty messy in there, but it's fabric, and then I have one that I've got my tablecloths in, and gift bags, and just other craft glue guns and that sort of paraphernalia type stuff. So, okay, so we'll take a look at my wardrobe where I store some more of my yarn. Okay, I turned another light on here to see maybe you can see better. But this wardrobe, it was an antique piece that my mother bought, I believe, at a garage sale for like $35 or $30 something. And she had it in her house and for a while, but then she gave it to me, and so this is what I use it for. Okay, I'm ready to, my husband, he put new hardware on it and did a little bit of refinishing to it. So open it up, and voila. I have my worsted weight. Well, that's bulky weight up there, bulky weight yarn, but all this is just pretty much Red Heart Super Saver. Not all of it, but the majority of all that is just worsted weight yarns. Okay, And what we did is my husband, there was a rod that goes across there. You can't see it, but it's back there like a closet rod. And he got these, there are shoe racks that are designed to hang on a pole on a like a closet rod. And so he put as many as he could to fit in there, which ended up being 4. And then he has it hung from the rod back there. Anyway, so that's what I use to put my yarn in. And it works pretty well. It is fairly deep, which is good in some ways, in other ways not as good, because see, like I've got, I've got more in there. But, you know, I could push this way back. Well, the ones that only have one, like this, that one right here, see, I've only got 1 in there. But if you've got multiple skeins, you can fit about 2 skeins end to end in those slots. So that's good. Like that red right there, there's 2 of them in there. One behind the other one. They're full skeins. And that dark navy blue is the same way. So that works well. If you only have 1 skein, then now I have put multiple skeins in the same slot if they're the same color, similar colors. I've done that. But anyway, it works really well, and I like the piece of furniture. That's a mirror there. And so that's my wardrobe and how I store the majority of my yarn. Okay, and then up there I have, I think it was a shoe rack, and I have my folded blankets up there. I put those up there on that rack until I get ready to make a donation to the Project Linus organization that I donate the blankets to. Okay. And now on the end of this cubby right here, I have my baby yarns. I try to keep them here. That's pretty much all baby yarn. Tried to separate them more for like boys at the top and then girls down there. But then I have some random ones stuck in there too. And there is my infamous stash of orange yarns. I had, let's see, there's 8 there. Skeins, and I believe I started with about 15 or something, so I'm about halfway through with them. Thank goodness. And that is a bunch of whites, just scrap, different colors of white, different shades of white, different brands of yarn, all worsted weight. And then that rack, that cubby, I guess you'd say, that cubby has a bunch of candles in there. Okay. So that is my yarn. That is my craft room. Oh, and I have jumped on the bandwagon doing the 5D diamond paintings. I don't work on it that much. Maybe once or twice a week for, you know, a few hours a week or whatever, working on it. This one is going to be solid once I get it finished. It's got those little tiny beads that are... they're not diamonds, they're just cut with, if you can see, it kind of sparkles when you get it hit different ways. Maybe you can see the sparkles. I've got plastic over the top of it right now though, because I'm not finished with it. So anyway, have it laid out there so it won't curl up. That's it. There's my humongous tree. I don't know if you can see because I have the blinds kind of closed, but there's a huge tree right outside my window there. Okay, so that's really, let's see, let me move you around here. You can see here's the other side of the cubby. That's more pattern books right there in those 2. And then those have some fabric and some project bags, and I have a scale right there to weigh my yarn, which I never use. Anyway, so that's my craft room, guys. I'm glad you came to stop by and take a tour of all the things that I have. Oh, I didn't show you this one. Let me show you this. Okay, so that is more yarn. My second shell, well, that one, it's got mandala cakes in it. The top one there has got Lion Brand Heartland in the corner, and then just some ombre yarns over there. And there's my little zebra I made. And there's my hippo that I made. The bottom one has a basket where I keep my scrap yarn and also the Sarah Satch crochet along project that I'm doing. And then I have a box down there that's got finished objects, Christmas stuff, and also holiday things like the wreath I had that was for fall, and the turkey that I made, that sort of stuff. So okay, so now I think that's everything. So I'm so glad you stopped by and took a tour of my craft room. That runner right there I made out of scrap, like yo-yo type things, and you link them together. I have no idea where the pattern is. Some free pattern I found online, but anyway, I'm not sure where it's at. I've had it forever. Anyway, that is my craft room. So thanks so much, guys, for stopping by, and we will see you. I did it again, didn't I, guys? You will see me on my episode coming up. Episode 52 is coming up this week, and it will be my 1-year YouTube anniversary. Very excited about that. So we'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.